Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're back and today I bought a new car and we're installing mods on said new car because I'm impatient. If you guys are new viewers out there and this is your first time stopping by, I do invite you to subscribe, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and without further ado, let's get right into today's video. Ta-da! So I bought a 1970 Ford Mustang. It's finished in this beautiful orange paint. It has a 302 V8, a 3-speed automatic transmission, and it's not in the worst condition. However, I'm gonna go over all of my favorite parts of the car, stuff I've already done to improve the overall car, how I came across the car, who I bought it from, and then we're gonna install some mods. And they're right over there on that recycling bin. Those are front and rear shocks. And we'll wrap this thing up. So this is probably my favorite rear 3/4 of any vehicle in existence. And I know this is kind of a left field decision, just given that I've never talked about owning another Mustang after I sold my 1995 Mustang GTS. But when I moved into my house that I live in now in California, my neighbor has a fastback and I was like, well, I kind of want a classic Mustang. So then I bought this puppy. It is the coupe, the least favorable of the two, but I don't mind it. She does have some damage here and there. You can see some spots that need some loving. She is an automatic, so there's that. But all in all, she's in pretty good condition. Under the hood sits this mammoth of a V8, although mammoth is probably not the correct term. This is a Ford small block 302. It's got some painted valve covers, a different radiator than one that came in the vehicle. It does need a different oil cap, as this one is not vented, and the oil caps on these need to be vented so we can release unnecessary pressure that builds up inside of the engine. Actually, the main cause of leaks is by swapping out to these Chevrolet style oil caps. I don't know who did that or why they did that, but I'm gonna be changing that oil cap back to the proper one that vents. I have already changed these terminal leads. The old ones were corroded and actually really just beat up. Tomorrow I'm taking the car to go get brakes done and we're gonna go inside the vehicle now. Alrighty, there was definitely a party animal who was driving this thing before me, or just a crazy old man. We have this flaming hot steering wheel. It actually has little finger holds and stuff on the back, which is nice, though I will be swapping this steering wheel out as I'm not really a fan of it. Gonna do a 3-spoke. We do have the automatic transmission. This has got to go. I'm probably going to replace it with the TKX transmission from Tremec, which means that we'll be adding a third pedal down here, or technically a fourth, because here's your e-brake, but another pedal right here. Naturally, probably a Hurst shifter. I was looking at the top loader transmissions because I heard those are real strong and stout. Not out of contention, but really just leaning to either the top loader transmission or the Tremec TKX. I did swap out the Pioneer system that was in here. This is a new Pioneer system. It's got the Bluetooth and all of that jazz. I did go ahead and throw the microphone right here so that I can take calls. And I guess it's actually like pretty nice. Like, you can hear my call quality pretty well in there. I do need to figure out how to get the calls to actually go through the speakers. Nonetheless, I really love how clean this is. It doesn't really need much. Just you got to take a look at this interior. It's just really clean. We got some speakers on that deck. And matter of fact, those are the only speakers that are in the interior of this vehicle. Although I suspect that maybe there were speakers in these vents at one time, because I did end up connecting quite a few different wires back here. I think that I connected wiring for more than just these two speakers, but I haven't really done any research to determine what other speakers might be in the vehicle. I'm gonna do a startup of the car, tell you how I came across it. And it is an old one. She's an old girl, so you gotta pump the gas a few times before you start it. Given that she's carbureted, you should start right up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She sounds good. It just purrs. Just purring. I guess we can go under the hood. No weird noises. Everything seems to be working as it's designed. No leaks as of yet. It's always a good sign. Chugging along. So I have another temperature sender unit in the mail right now from CJ Pony Parts. I will be having to swap that out. This one does not seem to be functional, which is cool and all, except I'd really like to know how the engine is performing from a temperature standpoint. Got good oil pressure, got good power, all of that. but I just am unable to see temperature. And it really is just a matter of getting a new sensor in here, but I just know that the temperature sensor is not working. This was sold to me as a 351, but I don't believe that to have been true. Although it could be right if the deck was a little taller, but the deck is not taller than it is. It looks like just the 302. Also, there's 6 bolts on the valve covers, which is kind of a dead giveaway here. Oh well. Nonetheless, I was on Facebook Marketplace maybe about a week and a half ago, and I saw the car. It was listed for sale by a Russian YouTuber. I'll link his channel in the description, although I wouldn't really be doing him any favors because he's got like 2.8 million subscribers and I have less than 1,000. But that's who I bought it off of. Really friendly guy, Dennis. And yeah, I look forward to hopefully buying more cars off of him in the future. Made a transaction very seamless. And yeah, we're gonna continue on with today's install, which is these front shocks. Alrighty guys, so these are my Koni Performance shock absorbers. It is adjustable, allegedly. I'm not sure how I would adjust them, but they come well packaged. They seem pretty high quality, just given the reviews online. You get a couple of stickers. You guys know my stickers are my favorite part of buying car parts, because I love these stickers. You should see my WRX. Actually, you can kind of see the stickers from right here. Boom, see that? Boom. Right, anyway, I got the shock itself. The bottom, and then obviously at the top. We got some new hardware. All of the information of removing these online is a little wishy-washy. Some of them say that you can leave this on the ground. Some of them say that you have to jack it up. I'm gonna take this halfway off, and if I need to, you know, jack it up, I will. Now, as far as jack hardware is concerned, I did go to Harbor Freight and get a Pittsburgh 2.5 ton low profile jack, which this thing's nice. Sits about 3.5 inches off the ground. I did go ahead and get some jack stands as well, and I got them orange to match the Mustang, just in case this happens to be on jack stands more than on the road. You can see just how beat up and old these ones are. I would not be surprised if these were the original ones that came on the car. Nonetheless, these are extremely beefy put in comparison to it. We're gonna install the new ones. Koni. I have the front driver's side shock in place. We're gonna work on the front passenger side here shortly. So I'm all done with the new front suspension. You can see that I did reuse the old hardware from the original suspension on the top, but on the bottom, Koni was nice enough to send new hardware, and it's all installed and tightened up. Now to go to the back. So it's the next morning, and I've since finished the suspension on the car. Before, it was riding very, very rough. Anytime I'd hit a bump, it felt like the car would bottom out. And it's just because the shocks were so old. But we have the new ones on, and they look purty. Look at that. Some nice, purty shocks. And here are the front shocks, at least from the top. These are nice. These are really nice. It's such a night and day difference in quality from Koni to whatever was on the car before. I don't know if that was the original suspension from Ford. On the way home from buying it, it felt like I was just hitting a pothole with no suspension. And the reality is I basically had no suspension. This is a complete upgrade. I'm very happy. But today we have to button everything up and drive it that way because I'm getting the rear drum brakes rebuilt. Now I could do a rear disc conversion, and I likely will in the future, but admittedly I'm just not ready to do that yet. We're gonna close everything up and hit the road. Pump the gas, brake down, key in. Nope. Try that again. Pump the gas, brake in. Yeah, we're there. That was it. So I just dropped the Mustang off to go get the rear drum brakes rebuilt. Admittedly, I could probably do it myself, but I don't have the expertise, and I would rather pay somebody who specializes on these older cars to do it. And luckily for me, they're right around the corner from where I live. Now, I didn't film anything as far as dropping it off is concerned, just because after having the truck stolen, you know, I've kind of stopped filming places around me just for my own security. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We're gonna pick the car up hopefully later today, maybe in a couple of days, but maybe later today. And we got some more stuff in the mail that I'll be installing on the vehicle. I got a lot of new parts that I have for the car, but admittedly I couldn't fit it all into one video, so that's why there's a next video. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a good day and or night wherever you find yourselves, and yeah, peace.